Hi guys, for today's nail design I'm going to be starting by mixing some Snow White and some base coat because I want a milky base, and I'm just going to do almost like equal parts of this and just make sure it's well mixed together. And this is our inspo for today, so I'm doing like a jeweled gold chrome eye, so it's going to look a little bit like a brooch. I'm going to make it a little bit funky and modern as well, and I just think it's really fun and interesting. So I'm just going in with that mixture and just adding a nice fine base of this, and I am going to be doing 2 coats, and it might look a little bit opaque on camera, but I promise it's not. It is a little bit softer than a flat white base. I just wanted it to be a little bit softer, not too harsh. So I'm going to pop that into cure and then just go in with that second coat. Once that's cured, I'm taking some nail tip gel adhesive and we're just going to be creating a 3D eye with this. So I'm just going to squeeze out a reasonable amount of this and take a silicone tool and just drop that onto the nail. So you will want to use some gel residue remover to stop the tool from sticking to the nail tip gel adhesive. So just dip that in and then just smooth it across, and it will smooth out that eye into a nice even layer rather than it having any texture to it by using the gel residue remover. So I'm just going to go around and make it a little bit more oval shaped and then point out the outside corners. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to pop it into cure, and then I'm taking Snow White and I'm just going to go over that eye just to colour that in. I'm just making sure I get right around the corners of this so you can't see through that see-through nail tip gel adhesive. I want to make sure that this is fully covered. Once that's cured, I'm taking Tranquil Seas and I'm just going to be mapping out the iris of the eye. So I'm just going in and making a relatively large circle and just making sure it's nice and even. Luckily, with our colours being so pigmented, it means that doing these kinds of designs, I only need to put 1 layer on. I don't have to go back in and do a second coat for this kind of thing. I'm going to pop that into cure, then I'm taking Summer Sky and I'm just going to be adding some details to the eye. So it is quite hard to see on camera, but in person you could see the detail that was going in. So I promise it's there, just it's a little bit hard to see. So I'm just going around the outside of that circle and kind of dragging it inwards, making a bit of a jagged texture around the outside, but keeping the circle sharp and just bringing those inwards. I'm going to pop that into cure, then I'm taking Serious Black and I'm just going to be adding on the pupil of the eye. So I'm just doing a smaller circle in the middle, then I'm also going to be going around the outside of the eye and adding a bit of a border and just kind of pulling it in a little bit like I did with the last colour too, just to give it a little bit of texture and dimension. So I'm just trying to keep this really nice and thin. I don't want it to be too harsh. I just want it to give it a little bit of a border and a bit more definition. Like I say, I'm just adding some little lines coming in too. Once that's cured, I'm taking some gel top coat nail sealer and I'm just going to be going over the whole entire nail, and this is to do some chrome prep. So I'm just going to be adding this on and curing it and then buffing it all back down so that we have a nice matte texture underneath that the chrome won't stick to. and this will just make it much easier down the line. So now that's cured, I'm just taking one of our white sanding blocks and just buffing down the whole entire nail. And because these sanding blocks have a bit of bounce and a little bit of movement to them, it means I can get in the crevices around the eye too as well, just to make sure that nothing sticks where it shouldn't. So you just want to make sure that the whole nail is matte. If you see anywhere that's shiny, just keep going until it stops being shiny, because otherwise that's where the chrome's going to stick to. You just want to dust off the excess dust that's on there, and then take some more serious black, and we're just going to be adding a bit of an eyelid to the top and the bottom of the eye. And this is definitely a trust the process kind of nail, because it looks a little bit crazy as you're doing it, but I promise it will look good in the end. So I'm just making sure that whole top of the eye is completely covered, because like I say, I want this to be nice and even for the chrome to stick to. Once I'm happy with the shape of that, I'm just going in underneath the eye for the eyelid as well. And it won't be perfect like the top one, because I'm going to add a little bit of a wobble in it towards the tear duct, because the bottom of your eyes isn't like a perfect arch. So I'm just going to taper that up a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more realistic, even though it's not really a realistic nail. So we're going to do a wibbly wobbly line underneath the eye, and this is going to become drips in a minute. So it looks a little bit crazy right now, but I promise in a second it'll all start to come together. So just fill that in, and you want to just make sure that this is nice and even, that you don't have any streaks in it or anything like that. So make sure you apply that well, and don't kind of leave any bits where there's not enough product there or too much product there. And then I'm also going to be going around the top of the eye as well and adding a border there too. So on the top, I'm just doing a bigger archway like I did on the eyelid, and just kind of accentuating that. And I'm just going to join them up at the sides as well. So where the drips are, I'm just going to add a little section at the sides there that curves round to the top too. So next I'm just taking a really long fine detail brush and dragging down that product from the drips, and this is just going to make like extra long stringy drips, and this will make sense in a minute because I'm going to be adding extra bits onto the bottom for gems and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to taper them down as well, so it doesn't just go from like a curved drip to a line. I'm going to pull it down so it's like a bit more tapered. So I haven't cured any of the serious black so far. I don't want to over cure it because chrome can be temperamental. So I like to try and do it in stages where I get to cure it and then go in with the chrome. So I'm taking this gold pen, and it's not like super gold. It's gold enough, but it's not like a tacky gold, if that makes sense. It's one of my favourite golds to use actually. And I'm just going to make sure I rub that on really well, and you just have to be careful to make sure you get in the crevices. And luckily the sponge on the top of this has some flexibility, so you can kind of push it into those sections too. I'm just making sure it's really well covered. Once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to take a little piece of sponge and just wipe off any excess chrome, because I don't want any of those kind of sparkly particles getting in anything else. And I am going to be layering up the chrome on this, and you'll see how well that works. I'm not using a 3D gel or anything for it, just Serious Black. So I'm taking Serious Black again now, and I'm just going to go back over at the top here and kind of make some wrinkles, some folds, that kind of thing, just to accentuate what we've already done. So I'm just going in at the bottom of the eyelid here just to add some more dimension too. I'm going to be going in at the bottom eyelid and around those drips as well. And you'll see just how much of a difference it makes adding in that extra dimension. And then I'm just going in and accentuating those drips as well. So I'm just doing a bit of a wavy line that goes into those drips. And I'm just going to pull that down just a little bit. I'm just going in at the corners of the eyes as well, like I say, just to add in some folds and wrinkles. So I'm going to key with that, and then I'm just going back in with that gold pen and just going over those sections. And like I say, you can see it just adds in a little bit of texture, and it kind of just makes it look a little bit more expensive. Don't ask me why, it just works. So I'm just going to dust off all that excess again with that sponge, and then we're going to go back in with that Serious Black again. So I'm just going to add dots this time. So these are actually going to be to put some gems on. So, you know, like when you get jewellery and the gems are like inset into the jewellery, it's going to give that kind of effect. So I'm just doing some almost like a crown at the top, and then some coming down from the drips here as well. So I do have some teardrop shaped gems that I'm going to use at the bottom. So I'm actually going to make these circles look more teardrop shaped so they fit really well. So I'm just going to take a fine detail brush and just kind of pull those dots up towards the drip. Just a little bit. I'm not going to make it too fluid, but just so it looks a little bit more natural. Once that's cured, I'm going back in with that gold pen over those bits, and I think these bits look so cool. I don't know what it is about dots with chrome on, but they look really cool, especially because they have a little bit of 3D-ness about them. So again, just wiping off that excess with the sponge. And then as you can see, I've got these teardrop shaped gems, and I'm going to be using some of the blue ones, and then I'm just taking some brush on nail glue and I'm just going over the circles at the bottom, and then using the picker upper tool and just picking up those gems and popping them on. And then it's got a little dotting tool at the end, which is really helpful for maneuvering them as well. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing on all of these little drips. So for the top, I have the same rhinestones, but they're just circular, and I've just taken the clear ones for this. I didn't want it to be too blue, I wanted it to be a little bit different, and on some of my reference images they used a mixture of clear gems and blue ones as well, so I'm just doing the same. So once I'm happy with those, I'm just going to let them air dry, because this is just an air dry glue, before going in and doing some top coating. So I want the background and the eye to be matte and the chrome to be shiny. I know that doesn't necessarily make sense because an eye wouldn't be matte, but it just works really well for this design because it makes the chrome stand out. So all I'm going to do is take the matte coat and go around all of the areas that I want matte. So you just have to be careful with this to not get it everywhere else, but you are going to go back in and top coat the rest of the design that you want shiny, so I wouldn't worry too much. I'm going to pop that into cure, and then I'm taking some top coat and we're literally just going over the chrome and the gems just to keep them nice and shiny. I could have just matte coated the whole nail and then gone over the shiny bits, but I do find that if you do matte coat and then go over chrome with a shiny coat as well, it kind of changes the texture a little bit, and I like it when it's just got the top coat on. And also you've got to be careful with matte coat over chrome that you don't smudge the chrome as well. And I'm just going around these gems, just making sure that they're like fully encapsulated, so I can make sure they're not going to just pop off easily at all. And when you're doing stuff like this, sometimes I recommend going in and curing it part way through, just because top coat is quite runny, so it can go everywhere. So I did cure that top part of the eye before going in with the bottom bit. I did just get a little bit on the matte area, so I'm just going in with some gel residue remover just to get rid of that on a little brush, just to make sure it still stays completely matte on that background. I'm going to pop that into cure, and that's that nail done. I am absolutely obsessed with this nail. I think it's so unbelievably cool, and I'm really proud of myself for doing it actually. If you want any of the products used today, they're on our website and they'll be tagged down below as well. Let us know what you think and what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.